been a few days again. I don't know where the time goes, honestly. I think it's the 21st today. And I just had to come and show you my new pattern that I released. So this is the one that I've been wanting to show you these for days, but just everything has got in the way. So yeah, these were the ones that I designed for Christmas Eve cast on this year. I really love that I've got into a tradition now of not only doing the Christmas Eve cast on and casting on, in my case, a pair of socks every Christmas Eve, but now designing the socks. It's just such a pleasure, and when I never thought I'd be brave enough to even design socks, it is just wonderful that this is the 4th year in a row that I've managed to design a Christmas pattern. It's so exciting for me. So here they are. These are Clara's Festive socks, and it was tough really to think about what I wanted to base the design on this year, because everything's so different, and our Christmas is going to be very different, where lots of the traditions that we usually have aren't going to happen this year, like Christmas Eve cheese and Cluedo around Mum's. That won't be happening this year, and unfortunately, and family around on Christmas Day and all of that, so it's all very different. So I was trying to sort of find something that would be the same. And one thing that we do every year is Mum and I and a friend of ours, we always go and see the Nutcracker at the cinema. It's a live stream of the Royal Opera House, the Royal Ballet, dancing the Nutcracker at the Royal Opera House. And it is so lovely, and it really just says Christmas to us, that little outing. And one day we'll actually get to the Royal Opera House and watch it. But it's such a special tradition for us, and last year we didn't do it because I didn't want to leave baby, and so instead they both came round to my house and we watched it on we watched the DVD. And then, so that was different, but still the same, because we still got to watch it together. And then this year, we're all going to be watching it, but in our own homes, on the phone. So it's going to be different again, but we will still all be watching it together. So that's just a really lovely tradition for us. And the Nutcracker is so special to lots of people, and is so festive, isn't it, with that just beautiful tree at the start, and it's just such a lovely story and such a beautiful ballet. So that's where my design came from. And so when I start sort of thinking about a design, I'll get the idea. I've really tried in the past to have a look at stitch pattern books and do it that way round, so find a stitch pattern I like and then make it into a sock, but I just can't do it. I have to have the story first, and that might change as I practice more, I have no idea, but I have to have the story first. So got the story that I wanted to tell, and then I started looking at different images on Pinterest usually, and the image that I came across was one of Clara dancing with the Nutcracker in front of the Christmas tree. And it's the ballerina is Francesca Hayward, who is always Clara when we go and see it. And she's also Clara on the DVD, which is what we'll be watching this year in our separate homes. But so yeah, it's her in front of the tree with the Nutcracker, and it's just so lovely. It's just such a beautiful image, and she's wearing this white dress, I think it's lacy around the bottom, and she's got this blue sash around her middle. Let me see. So I was just inspired by that really. Oh, I like to do this when I'm trying to work out a pattern. Is it going to turn it around? It does this sometimes, it's so infuriating. Okay, stay like that. I like to do this when I'm designing, so I'll do a little sort of sketch in paper, on paper 53 on the iPad, and then I'll bring in the image from wherever I've found it. So you can see there her beautiful dress, there's lace all along the bottom and that beautiful blue sash, and it inspired my socks. Colour's getting messed up because of the iPad. But yeah, that's how I tend to work them really. So I have my inspiration, a few notes, and then the sketch. And then I'll obviously chart it on graph paper and work out how it's gonna work and start knitting the actual sock. Let me, there, the colour's back now. So yeah, that's a bit about my process. I have to have the inspiration, then I move on with the ideas. And the main thing I really wanted to recreate on my pattern is her beautiful sash. And so I've done little I-cord bows, and they look so cute when they're on, when they're not flat on a blocker. Let me see if I can show you. Take my hairband off my wrist. That's so sweet. I am thinking how cute a little pair of fingerless gloves or mittens would be in this pattern, so I might work on that next with the little bow. But yeah, I'm so pleased with how they turned out. I used the wool barn, and I got in touch with Maya to tell her about my idea, and we were talking about the different blues that she did, and this is Lighthouse, and it's just the perfect blue to recreate that sash that Clara was wearing. And the white is called Creamer, and it's just the most delicate hint of cream, and it's a cashmere blend, so it's really really lovely and smooshy. It sort of smooshes out into the eyelets. I did try it on the twist sock base at first, but I didn't find that it gave exactly the look that I was going for. I really like how sort of vintagey they look in this base and in these colours. So yeah, just had to show you that. I was so excited about them, and I've just been so desperate to share them with you for the last few days, but like I say, everything else was happening instead, so I didn't get the chance. But yeah, I do hope you like them. I've got some lovely comments so far, which I just appreciate so much. I've talked about it before, so I won't go into it again, but I do find it a really vulnerable thing, putting your designs out there, because they do come from my heart, and so when they're well received, it just means more to me than I can possibly express. So yeah, they're Clara's Festive socks. I'll link them in the description box just in case you fancy going and having a look. But I was so pleased to get them out there. They've been an idea for a while, and then I've wanted to get them out for ages but couldn't get the photos done. And I honestly wasn't sure at several points whether they would actually make it out there, so I'm over the moon that they actually have, and that they're my 4th Christmas Eve cast on pattern in a row. That just feels amazing. So yeah, so pleased to have shared those with you now. And I just thought, while we're here, it sounds very quiet downstairs, which I'm not sure about. But while we're here, I thought I would show you the yarn I mentioned the other day. Let me just grab it. So I haven't even opened it yet. It's the Fibre Company Amble from Suffolk Socks, and it came so quickly, which is amazing. It's just chance, I think, how you get when you get your post at the moment. It's just so busy for the post people. But look, it's all wrapped up in paper with a little bell, which is so cute. That's going on my tree. Oh, interesting. Do you know, I had, in my memory, I had ordered a completely different colour. But apparently not. Yeah. So this is completely not the colour that you can see, because you can see brown, I think, if you can see what I can see in the little viewfinder, and it is the most beautiful, like, rich, dark marmalade colour. And then I got this, which is also completely the wrong colour, and that is Appleby Castle. This is a really beautiful, rich, deep red. I will take a video and put it in after this if I can try and capture the colour, because that's just completely not it. But yeah, this just comes in a mini skein, and then this is 100 grams, this is 25 grams, but the yarn blend is easy wash wool, 70% easy wash wool, 20% easy wash alpaca, and 10% nylon, and you can machine wash it. It's so soft. It is incredibly soft, and I am so excited about this. I was actually thinking, it says it's a conscious blend of washable merino wool, alpaca and recycled nylon. It's lovely. Oh gosh, it's really lovely. I love the twist on it. It's really plump. I actually was a tester of one of, I can't remember, I was watching Alex Collins' Designs podcast, because she does some work for Fibre Company, so she knows all of the inside scoop, and I can't remember what she said, whether there have been 3 or 5 iterations of this yarn to get to this place, but I remember a couple of years ago I was trying their first sort of go at a sock yarn for them. They sent it out to a few different people to try and give feedback on, and this is very different from that. So it's really exciting, having seen where it started and seeing what it has become. It is absolutely beautiful yarn. I am really excited about this. I am actually even tempted to make this my Christmas Eve cast on, because this is comfort. This is just comfort in a skein. I might do that, and I think that this would look really nice in my honey creams pattern as well. So I don't know whether to, oh gosh, too many decisions now. Do I save it and make it into honey cream socks with this as the heel? You're not going to be able to answer because you can't see the colours, so I need to show you the colours, but the colours together look beautiful, and I think they look lovely as honey creams with this just as a contrast heel. They would actually work as Clara socks as well, because they've got the same sort of, Clara's Festive socks, because they've got the same sort of plump. They'd be a really sort of vintagey, cozy version of those. Or should I use something else for my Christmas Eve cast on? I'm going to have to give that some thought, but anyway, this yarn is just beautiful. I'm absolutely thrilled with it. It looks like a 2-ply. It's really so soft. It says the end result is a soft yet durable yarn from merino wool and alpaca fibres, processed with an eco-friendly anti-shrinkage easy wash treatment. The recycled nylon adds strength and durability. We named this yarn Amble to reflect the kind of slow, relaxed walking we enjoy here in the English Lake District. Isn't that lovely? So much thought goes into the Fibre Company yarn. It's just wonderful stuff. So I'm thrilled with that. So yes, thank you for stocking that, Julie. I'm thrilled with that, and I might have to get the other colours. While we're here, we're on my bed. So this is my bed knitting. I finished David's socks. They're finished. I blocked them today and they're dry and hidden again. But because I finished those, actually this yarn's from Suffolk Socks as well. Because I finished those, I really wanted to cast on some more with that same yarn because it's so nice. It's so nice and soft, and just, it's all about comfort at the moment. So it's Hot Socks Pearl, and it's a wool, nylon and cashmere blend. And I got this colour to use next. And this is colour 1. And I really like that they make sort of unregimented pattern. So it's just a bit random, the pattern. I really like that. So yeah, I started this one to knit in the dark. And I'm really enjoying it because it's just so plain. I've done a longer cuff than usual. I've done 20 rows and I love the look of it sometimes. Depends what yarn, doesn't it? With all of these different tweaks we make to our favourite patterns. But yeah, 20 rows of rib and 2x2 rib, and then I've just gone into stocking stitch. I'm using 2.5mm needles again because I just really like this yarn at a looser gauge. I did actually cast on some opal socks because that's comforting to me as well, opal, and I realised I hadn't knit any opal for absolutely ages. I think Bobbin might come in a second. But I wonder if it's here. Yes. I've got it in this lovely bag that was made by my friend Himiko, and it's just one of my favourites. Yeah, so I cast on this one. But I've realised I prefer opal on 2.5mm needles as well, and these are 2.25, so I'm going to rip back. I might just rip back to the cuff actually, and then cast that on, and then carry that on with 2.5mm needles. I just find that with opal and my gauge at 2.5mm, it's just a bit stiff. It's not as sort of soft and cozy as I'd like. But I can't remember what this colourway is, but I absolutely love it. It's got all those colours in. So yes, that is what I've been up to. This is a little bag that I made absolutely years ago. But if you haven't joined in before, I know I just mentioned the Christmas Eve cast on. If you haven't joined in before, it's just a thing that I've done it for years, but then I mentioned it on the podcast, I think 6 years ago, and then lots of other people wanted to join in, which was really fun. I'm getting visitors. Baby! That was quite an entrance. Yeah, you're with Daddy. Hello. My tripod is being used as a little arch at the moment, so I can't rest you on my tripod. I've had to come into the other room for a minute. I just wanted to finish telling you about the Christmas Eve cast on. So, what it is I've had a tradition for years and years now where I would cast on a pair of socks on Christmas Eve and just knit them over the festive period and just put happy, hopefully, lovely memories in them. And I mentioned it on my podcast, I think 6 years ago, and lots of other people wanted to get involved and do their own Christmas Eve cast on, so it became a much bigger thing than just me, and we shared our socks. It's always been socks for me, other people do different things, but it's always been socks for me. So we shared our socks and sort of little sneak peeks into our Christmas, and it's just been such a lovely thing, and I truly look forward to it each year now, because it's just become such a fun and exciting thing doing it with you all. So thank you for joining in. I do hope you'll join in again this year. It's just a lovely way to share our Christmas, really, or share this sort of period of time and cast on something special. I was initially thinking that I would cast on, I've got a new pattern idea. I was thinking I'd cast that on because I'm so aware of how dreadful I look today, but we've discussed this, you don't care about that. I've got this lovely yarn from down Sheepy Lane. Isn't it pretty? Oh, can you see the sparkles in that? Wow. I wonder if it'll... It's just, my camera's just refusing. I don't know if it's the half light that we're sort of in, but it's just refusing to focus. Ah, there we go. Isn't that beautiful? So yeah, I've got an idea for a pattern that I'd really like to try. So I was thinking this Christmas Eve I might cast that on. Honestly, camera, what are you doing? So I may do that. I've just got too many options now. These are the honey cream socks that I thought would look nice in the amble yarn. I'm spinning around. I'm on my spinny chair. They're the honey cream socks. I released that a little while ago. But yeah, we all just cast on. Oh, that's Christmas presents. Don't look at that. Oh no. That's Mum's Christmas present in there. Anyway, gosh, so unfocused, sorry. The Christmas Eve cast on, we just cast on something lovely to fill with Christmas Eve wonderful memories. And I have to say, this year, more than ever, it's even more sort of, I'm looking forward to it even more, because that familiar, I don't know about you, but at the moment with everything so upside down, I'm just really craving familiar comforts. I'm sort of watching things that I've watched 100 times that I love, and eating comforting foods that we've eaten lots of times, like that mac and cheese. Listening to really familiar music and things like that. So doing this tradition with you all is just really comforting, because it's just a bit of normal in a really abnormal time, which is comforting. I wonder how many times I've said comforting in this little bit of video. But anyway, I do hope you'll join in, and I'll use the hashtag LBK Christmas Eve cast on 2020 on Instagram if you'd like to use that as well, so we can all see each other's. Then that would be lovely. But yeah, it'll be wonderful to see your socks. I like casting on a pair of the sort of pattern that I've just done for Christmas Eve, so that I'm knitting the same thing as other people, but I think because time is just so limited, I really want to try the next one, so I think maybe I will do that. because otherwise who knows when I'd be able to get the chance to do that, because that's not something that I can do when I'm just sort of in the dark, because I have to take notes and like concentrate on doing different things, because it's not just going to be plain. But yeah, anyway, I'd better go and see what's going on, if my tripod is still a source of joy. And I will try and get some footage of the actual colour of the yarn before I put this video together. But I will see you later. Bye. You lovely boy. Good boy. Lovely boy. Oh, and by the way, thank you for your well wishes about Bobbin. He went back to the vets on Friday, and they were very pleased with him, so with how well he's recovering. So yeah, we have a happy little dog again. Happy, healthy little dog. Which is the best, isn't it, Bob?